tropical climes there are certain times of day when all the citizens retire to take their clothes off and perspire. It's one of those rules that the greatest of fools obey, because the sun is far too sultry and one must avoid its ultraviolet ray. Jungle voices. The natives grieve when the white men leave their huts, because they're obviously, definitely nuts. Mad dogs and Englishmen go out in the midday sun. The Japanese don't care to, the Chinese wouldn't dare to. Hindus and Argentines sleep firmly from 12 to 1, but Englishmen detest a siesta. In the Philippines, there are lovely screens to protect you from the glare. In the Malay states, there are hats like plate, which the Britishers won't wear. At 12 noon, the natives swoon, and no further work is done. But mad dogs and Englishmen go out in the midday sun. Such a surprise for Eastern eyes to see, that though the English are a feat, they're quite impervious to heat. When the white man rides, all the natives hide in glee, because the simple creature's opie will impale his soul a topi on a tree. It's such a shame when the English claim the earth, that they give rise to such hilarity and mirth. Oh. The colonel of a very smart British regiment returned after a year's absence and ordered a full-dress muster. The men lined themselves up in full regimental colors, and he strutted out before them and spoke something like this. Officers, non-commissioned officers and men, says, during my year's absence, my wife has given birth to a great big bouncing baby boy. Officers, non-commissioned officers and men, I thank you. Mad dogs and Englishmen go out in the midday sun. The toughest Burmese bandit can never understand it. In Rangoon, the heat of noon is just what the natives shun. They put their scotch or rye down and lie down in the jungle town where the sun beats down to the rage of man or beast. The English garb of the English sahib simply gets a bit more cleat. In Bangkok at 12 o'clock, they foam at the mouth and run. But mad dogs and Englishmen go out in the midday sun. Mad dogs and Englishmen go out in the midday sun. Oh, the smallest Malay rabbit deplores his stupid habit. In Hong Kong, they strike a gong and fire off a noonday gun to reprimand each inmate who's in late. In the mangrove swamps of the python romps, there is peace from 12 to 2. Even caribous lie around and snooze with nothing else to do. In Bengal, to move at all is seldom if ever done. But mad dogs and Englishmen go out in the midday, 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 out in the midday sun.